Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't seen me before, my name is Sharon and I do all things anti-aging. Now today I have received this and it's called the Hyaluron Pen. I have been waiting for it for almost 12 weeks now. So this is the box I received it in. The back of it is showing you the pen. I hope you can see the CE sign. And this is the pen. Oh, it's falling out. That's how it should look. Now when we take out the pen, I'm not going to lie, there is weight to this pen. Now what does it do? It basically injects hyaluronic acid in between the layers of the skin. So we have the epidermis and we have the dermis, and it just sort of injects a hyaluronic acid to puff out the skin, hydrate it, and that's basically what it does. It's needleless, so there is no needles involved. It actually blasts out an injection of air, which basically penetrates the skin. Now these pens were firstly used for people with diabetes, and what they would do is they'd administer their drug in a little ampule just like this. They'd place it in and they would administer the drug that way, and that way they didn't have needles. They just basically cranked up the lever, pressed the button, and the drug was administered to them. So of course you know yourself, the beauty industry got their eye on it, and they have now got this to administer injection-free fillers. So this is the pen, and with this pen you get 10 ampules, another one just like this. You also get what they said was basically a syringe. It's not a syringe, it's a wee bit of plastic with a sort of a needle at the top. Now this doesn't inject into your face, this basically goes into the bottom of the ampule. If I can see it, I can't see it, but that's because I've got it the wrong way. This is your ampule, this is your little plunger. You take that out, then you would put that into the bottom of the ampule, and then when you have your hyaluronic acid, it does come in a syringe. You put it into the bottom there and you squeeze in the amount of hyaluronic acid that you want for whatever part of your face that you're doing. You wouldn't fill it to the top, you certainly would not. You put back in your little plunger and you just put it up until you see a tiny wee bit of product coming out the top. And that's how you fill your ampule. I haven't got my hyaluronic acid yet because when I did buy it, like I said, showed you this, showed you the ampules, and it did show you basically a syringe. It also showed you this, but it showed you a syringe, and I honestly thought that you were getting a syringe of hyaluronic acid with it, but you don't, just the way that they're showing it. So anyway, you would open up your pen right to the top. There's numbers on it as well, until it doesn't go any further. You get your little ampule, or you've already got your hyaluronic acid in it. You put your ampule in, twist it, you pull your lever, and that is loading the pen, as they call it. Then, like I said, you have your numbers. I have been practicing with this. This is why I'm not that bothered about this ampule. I've used so much hyaluronic acid in it, but just the cheap stuff. I did use my good hyaluronic acid in it before. Now, I did not administer this to my face. I was using it for training purposes only. So like I said, you'd crank up your pen, you would move, well, you twist it till about 2 lines, and this is, you press the button and this is what it's like. And it just blasts the hyaluronic acid into your skin. Now apparently, like I said, I've not used it on my face already, or yet rather. They said the worst part of it is actually the noise. Actually, I'll do this. Is that noise is the worst part. It is virtually painless. So, and that's basically what it is. It's a filler. It will fill without using needles. Why wouldn't you want to use needles? Well, if you're a professional, you have already studied the anatomy of the face. You know exactly where you have major blood vessels and veins. And if you were just to stick a needle in there, you don't know where your major veins are. You could be doing yourself a bit of damage, but like this pen administers it in between the layers of your skin, between the epidermis and the dermis, and it just basically puffs out the skin. The difference between the hyaluronic acid that I'm waiting on and the hyaluronic acid I've been practicing on is that the hyaluronic acid I've been using is non-cross-linked. The molecules are much smaller. The cross-linked, the molecules are much, much larger. So therefore, when you administer it into your face, the product is going to last a lot longer. And that's just basically how it works. If you were to administer non-cross-linked, I'm not saying it's going to do you any harm because I don't know, so don't take my word for it. But if you were to, apparently I heard another YouTuber saying it would last you a day. With the cross-linked hyaluronic acid, it could last you up to 2 months or more. It really could. Now, it depends on the person. So this is the Hyaluron Pen. Like I said, I have been using this ampoule several times, and only because if I was to use water in it, I was to twist it, crank it up and see how much is coming out, the water would just jet out. I wouldn't be able to actually see how much product is coming out of the tip. So I've been using basically like for like, as in consistency, and I've been putting the cheap hyaluronic acid in. I've been twisting the pen, or I crank the pen, I twist it. Actually, I'll crank it now. I'll twist the pen, a couple of, there's little lines here, a couple of wee lines, then I'll inject it out and see how much product is coming out, because you don't want too much product either, or you'll get like a lumpy feeling in it. Now, I'm only just explaining the pen. When I actually get the hyaluronic acid and I practice a bit more, I'm still using the same ampoule. They come like that, they're all pre-packed, they're sterile. Like I said, you get this little injection site. Now you don't have to use it. I will show you when the hyaluronic acid comes how you can do it without using that. You want gloves anyway, because you might be touching surfaces and then touching your face. So gloves are a good idea. You want either alcohol wipes or alcohol with a little cotton pad, and clean the area. Cleanliness is key, because even when you're derma rolling, that derma roller and your face has to be spotless, because you're making micro wounds in your skin. And with this, there is a certain amount of, whether it's a wee wound that you're creating, depending on the individual, you may have a little spotting, a little bit of blood you just wipe away, again with an alcohol wipe. Why they don't send you the hyaluronic acid with it, and the other, I've been watching professionals do it, I've also been watching YouTubers do it, they're always on about product waste. Oh, you don't want to waste the product. Just crank it up until you see the tiniest wee bit of product coming out the top. You don't want any product waste. And that's why I've been practicing as well, because I don't want product waste. Why don't I want product waste, you're asking? Because I sent away for some. I didn't want to send to the USA for it because it would take far too long to come. I mean, I waited nearly 12 weeks for this and around. I didn't want to wait another 12 weeks for the hyaluronic acid to come, so I got mine from London. The price of 2 ml was £65. It was also £10 P&P. When you convert that into euros, the exact amount was €84.81. It's a lot of money. So for 2 ml. So you do not want any product waste. Your ampules, when you actually are administering your hyaluronic acid into the ampule and you're actually using it on yourself. For example, if you were doing one side, like your marionettes, you may use up a whole ampule. You can actually take the ampule out, re-inject more hyaluronic acid to do the other side of your face. But once you have finished, you can't just take this out, give it a wee rinse, and then, you know, I'll use it tomorrow or whatever, or next month. No, this has to be disposed of. Then you have to go in and use a brand new ampule. Now the reason, like I said, I have been using this one multiple times is because I'm doing it just basically to see how much product comes out. It's just for me learning. I'm not actually holding it there and injecting it into my face, so it really doesn't matter if I use it multiple times or not. Like I said, it's for training purposes only. There are certain places when I do get my hyaluronic acid, and I am still going to practice with this whole ampule, and then I'll toss it. I'll be practicing with it. Now, cranking it up and twisting it is one thing, but when you actually have to inject this thing, I've also heard so many people say that you do get product loss because maybe you're not holding it taut enough in the skin. You don't want it to be too taut either, or the hyaluronic acid is nowhere to go. You know, you have to get it right. So if I was doing, you know, my 11s, you'd want to get it right. You press the button and then you just massage it into your skin. Give it a little massage. You'll be wearing your gloves, everything will be sterile, but I'm going to show you, I'll save that for another day. So anyway guys, that's me just telling you about this anti-aging tool that I've been waiting on. You can buy them from Amazon and all these other sites. You can buy them for £30, dollars, £50, dollars. I wouldn't waste my money. I also heard reading in the comments, because one lady said do not buy cheap, because when you buy cheap you get cheap. They said that they had bought a cheaper one, they had cranked it up, administered it, cranked it again, and the lever basically fell to bits. Other times they're not calibrated properly, so you think that you're twisting this to the right mil, and it's not strong enough for the product to go in, so you're getting product wastage, or again, it's not calibrated properly. It may be blasting too much product too deeply into the skin. So you're better getting one that costs a bit more and it's safer. It's not going to fall apart in your hand or just either waste all your product or blast it too deeply into your skin. You do not want that. This one I did get, I can't remember, was it? I got it for quite a few, I think I got it for about €50 off. The original price was €200. I got mine for €150. So it's not the best, but it is half decent. You want to pay at least €150, and they do go up to at least €400 for these ones. A lot of people spend the €400 because they do it as a job. You know, they're like estheticians or beauticians, and they actually have went to all the training and they know how to use it. But for somebody like me just using it at home, I would say €150 was enough for me to pay for. I did get €50 off, but it's enough. That's just me kind of showing you about the new pen I have. When I actually do receive the hyaluronic acid, I will show you. It's completely sterile, comes. I'll show you how to fill your ampule. I'll show you all those different bits and pieces. And for the moment, this is my Hyaluron pen. So anyway guys, that's it, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.